I'm such a liar. I mean, ah, hi everyone, I'm Sandy. Welcome back to my channel. The reason why I'm a liar is because last week I did the book acquiring tag where I talked all about my book buying purchase history or habits and kind of how I decide to buy books and how I have, pretty good control in a Barnes and Noble because they're expensive and, some of the newer releases I try and look and see, okay, when am I actually going to read it? I don't know what happened this weekend, but it's like all of that just kind of went poof out of my head and made just an absolute liar out of me. But I can't be more pleased about what I ended up bringing home with me. So I have a book haul for you today, and I'm thrilled with what I ended up bringing home. But there are a few books in here that I didn't buy when I was at Third Place Books, making sure I was trying to be responsible about when I was going to be able to read them. Yeah, all of that was gone. My lovely husband asked me if I wanted to go to the bookstore this weekend. And of course I said yes. I did forewarn him that the only books I really wanted were new releases. And yeah, that's what I ended up picking up. But I'm so excited to share these with you. And then I got a couple books in the mail and I have an order for books that came in. And yeah, it's a stack. But look how happy buying these books made me. And really, I blame Barnes and Noble. So I had given my husband a list of 3 books that I was interested in getting in all new releases. And when I walked in the door, one of the ones I mentioned was right there. And this is what did it. Sea of Tranquility by Emily St. John Mandel. And what got me? This. Buy one, get one 50% off. That's really all it took to make me lose my self-control because now I have a deal. I have a reason to buy this book. So yeah, I blame Barnes and Noble, but this is the first book I picked up in my haul over the weekend. Emily St. John Mandel is the author of Station 11, which I have read and really liked quite a bit. I knew Sea of Tranquility was coming out and was one that I was very, very interested in reading, having really enjoyed Station 11, and then saw the sticker and said, okay, I'm going to go ahead and get that one. So this is the first one that I ended up picking up and came home with me. The next one is a book I saw at Third Place Books when I was there last weekend and said, no, I don't want to, I don't know when I'll read that. And yeah, but it is The Library of the Dead by T.L. Huchu. And it, of course, also has the 50% off sticker. So I had to get a second book in order to qualify for the discount. So I feel pretty okay about this one. This one has a character whose name I cannot recall. Ropa dropped out of school to become a ghost talker. And I just love the cover of this book and love the title that it has, The Library of the Dead. What could be more appropriate? I just really like to have books about libraries and books about bookstores and books about books and with books and people reading books. And so I had seen this one but didn't buy it and then saw it had the 50% off sticker and it had to come home with me to be able to get the discount. So yeah, that's the second book. I like my justifications here for why. The next book is another new release that even in my book acquiring tag I mentioned by name of not buying, and yeah, I bought it. So I'm sorry. I'm not sorry. Young Mungo by Douglas Stuart. This is the author of Shuggie Bain. Shuggie Bain won the Booker Prize, I believe, in 2020. I have not read that yet, and now I also have Young Mungo, but I really like this cover compared to, I think, the UK cover. This one, I'm fascinated. I just watched a video by Bob the Bookerer about this book and really want to pick it up. But yeah, Young Mungo is the other, and it is one of the 3 books I mentioned to my husband before walking in there that I wanted to get. But yeah, I held out a week before buying it. Good job. And then the other one that I got at Barnes and Noble, well, there's 2 more I got at Barnes and Noble, is another new release that just came out, I believe, on April 5th, and it is The Candy House by Jennifer Egan. Jennifer Egan is the author of A Visit from the Goon Squad, which is a Pulitzer Prize winning book, which I have read. I was curious about this one and wanted to pick it up because I am curious if this one's going to end up on women's prize list next year, and really wanted to read it. Plus, look at that cover. That is such a brilliant and beautiful color. So colorful. I don't actually know much of what this is about other than I know the author, and really wanted to pick this one up. So I'm not going to read the cover, but The Candy House is the one that I picked up because it's so pretty. All right, and then the last one that I got from Barnes & Noble is because I've seen this author around on BookTube. I saw it on Nicki over at Red Dot Reads. I have seen it on A.J. Dunn Reads and Writes, and Jolene at Bookworm Adventure Girl have all talked about both either this author or this specific book. And so I found Ordinary Grace by William Kent Krueger. I was surprised that this one was in the mystery and suspense section. I was picturing it in just the general fiction section, and that's not where I found it. So I'm really intrigued on what this book is about. But I've heard wonderful things about William Kent Krueger and can't wait to pick this one up as well when, I don't know. But that is the 5 books that I ended up getting at Barnes & Noble. I was supervised. My husband was with me when I bought all of those books. He did walk by me at one point and said, stop buying books. But that's what I ended up with. And like I said, books definitely make me so happy. I'm so thrilled they came home with me. Yeah. I'm in a happy place because I got those books. I also got one of the books that I pre-ordered this week, and so that is Riverman, An American Odyssey by Ben McGrath. This book is right up my alley. It is about a person whose name is Dick Conant. Dick Conant was going out canoeing in the US and just disappeared. And so I'm fascinated by any type of outdoor story, especially one that is featuring someone with a unexplained disappearance like that. So it just came out and I picked it up as a pre-release is when I bought it. So it arrived in the mail. My husband keeps opening my book mail. He shouldn't be opening my book mail. I keep telling him, don't open my book mail so I can open it in my videos, but he keeps opening my book mail. I don't know. So the next one that I ended up getting was because of Jen, the librarian. She had talked about this on her channel, and it is outrageous. The story of Section 28 and Britain's Battle for LGBT Education by Paul Baker. It's all about how Section 28 got introduced in Britain. And I really want to read this as kind of just to understand more about what happened. I love this pink and orange or pink and red cover on this one. But yeah, this was I picked this one up because of Jen. So yeah, very excited to read this one. And then the last 3 are because of my thrift books addiction. I definitely have a problem with thrift books because I had a free book and then I got another free book and then I had to get shipping. So the books that I got are all outdoor related. The first one is called The Ledge, an inspirational story of friendship and survival by Jim Davidson and Ken Vaughan. This book is all about a climb on Mount Rainier. I live back door of Mount Rainier in the Pacific Northwest. I can see it on certain drives. I don't live super close to it, but I do live in this same area and really wanted to read this when I heard it was about Mount Rainier. The second one is because I have read Into Thin Air by John Krakauer, which is about the 1996 Everest climbing disaster where multiple people ended up passing away or dying on the mountain. It was really a horrible, horrible expedition. There is an alternate book that was by one of the climbers on the Mountain Madness team, which was run by Scott Fisher. And unfortunately, Scott Fisher is one of the people who passed away. Anatoli Bookerer was someone who was helping other climbers try and get down from the mountain. And so I'm fascinated to read this other perspective. I understand in this book that there is an actual transcript of questions that he was asked. If you look here, it's very question and answer based after the climb about what happened. And so I'm fascinated by this. I'm fascinated by anyone who would go out and risk their life on a mountain like this where it's so many people have perished. So this is another one I want to read. Yeah. And then the last one is because I wanted the free shipping. on thrift books because I had 2 free books and I wanted free shipping. That's how they get you. So this one is called Braving It, A Father, a Daughter, and an Unforgettable Journey into the Alaskan Wild by James Campbell. James Campbell ended up going to Alaska with his 15 or 16-year-old daughter to live, I believe, for a year as an experiment. They were not doing a like survival type of situation, though you could argue anytime you're out in the backwoods of Alaska, it's a survival type situation. But that is what I understand of this one. Again, this one is right up my alley. I could be this person crossing this river like this, though I probably would have fallen down. So I have been backpacking, but not in Alaska. So yeah, that is the other book that I ended up getting. So a very successful book haul. It just made a liar out of me for my book acquiring tag. But again, I'm so happy to bring these books in and to share them with all of you. Please let me know in the comments if you have read any of them, if there's one that I should read first. Please let me know. I'm very excited about having all of these books in my life. I just have to try and figure out where I'm going to put them. Yeah, that might be a problem. But other than that, I'm super thrilled that they're here. So, but with that, as always, like, comment, and subscribe. And until next time, everyone, thanks. Bye.